Our Constitution, written by our founders, is intended to protect us against a threat identical to Donald Trump, someone who seeks power at all costs to get more power. It is abundantly clear after only 3 months and 1 day that the new Trump administration is attempting to do everything it possibly can to try to halt the transition to a clean energy future and a deep reduction in the burning of fossil fuels. Climate crisis is a fossil fuel crisis, basically 80% of it. Many of you here today have likely felt the chilling effect of the policies and the rhetoric coming from Washington, D.C., and what the effect has been on businesses and investors and far beyond. The Dow Jones, of course, today fell another 1,000 points, and since Donald Trump's inauguration, it's gone down 6,000 points. But while the most visible impacts of what the new administration is doing may be in the market for stocks and bonds, that's not the only thing that he has caused to crash. The trust market has crashed. The market for democracy has taken a major hit. Hope is being arbitraged in the growing market for fear. Truth has been devalued, and confidence in U.S. leadership around the world has plummeted. We are facing a national emergency for our democracy and a global emergency for our climate system. We have to deal with the democracy crisis in order to solve the climate crisis. The scale and scope of the ongoing attacks on liberty are literally unprecedented. In the immediate aftermath of World War II, a small group of philosophers who had escaped Hitler's murderous regime returned to Germany and performed a kind of moral autopsy on the Third Reich. The most famous of the so-called Frankfurt School of philosophers was a man named Jürgen Habermas, best known, I would say, but it was Habermas's mentor, Theodor Adorno, who wrote that the first step in that nation's descent into hell was, and I quote, the conversion of all questions of truth into questions of power. He described how the Nazis, and I quote again, attacked the very heart of the distinction between true and false, end quote. The Trump administration is insisting on trying to create their own preferred version of reality. They say Ukraine attacked Russia instead of the other way around, and expect us to believe it. At home, they attack heroes who have defended our nation in war and against cyber attacks as traitors. They say the climate crisis is a hoax invented by the Chinese to destroy American manufacturing. They say coal is clean. They say wind turbines cause cancer. They say sea level rise just creates more beachfront property.